Okay, we're on question 101 of 130. I'm going to read these out with the choices. For those who are disabled and need me to read the choices and read everything out, that's why I do it. I know most people can read everything on the screen, but some people have disabilities and they are still aiming to pass this test. Agent Jill received a letter from the administration asking her to submit verification of having completed her continuing ed requirements for the previous licensing period. Jill did not respond, so what action may the administration take? So these are the choices: a fine up to $10,000, termination of her agent's appointment, non-renewable of her license, a fine up to $100 a day. I want to say termination of her agent's appointment, or this one's a tough one because I can't remember. I don't know if they have authority to do 100 a day. Normally, they just will terminate her appointment, I would guess, until she turns it in. Or they could not renew her license. Okay, 102. We're starting off hard already here. An application for health insurance requires the signature of choices are only the proposed insured, only the underwriter, only the producer, the proposed insured, and the producer. An application for health insurance requires the signature of I want to say proposed insured. Well, maybe the insured and the producer. Let's go with that. All right, 103. In trying to avoid more costly care to treat an illness, what kind of care do HMOs emphasize? Here's your choices: care for long-term disability, care for end-stage patients, care for specified diseases, or preventative care. I would say preventative care would be my choice. Question 104. Jerry asks his insurance company to pay him the cash value of his life insurance and cancel the policy. Jerry is using which of the following non-forfeiture options? These are your choices: cash surrender option, policy loan and withdrawal provision, extended term option, reduced paid up insurance option. Cash surrender option would be my guess. Question 105. Within how many days would the Maryland Insurance Administration be notified of a change of a producer's name and address? My guess is 30 days. The choices are 15 days, 45. Notification is not mandatory. I'm going to pick 30 days on that. Question 106. From an insurance perspective, the term loss exposure means, here's your choices: the extent to which insurers are required to open their financial books for inspection, the extent to which an insurer discloses the components making up the policy premium rates, the extent to which an insurer is subject to possible loss, and to the extent to which an insurer discloses its marketing practices. I want to say the extent to which an insurer discloses the components making up its policy premium rates. Question 107. Which form of group health insurance gives employers a chance to choose from a menu of coverages or a cash benefit? Choices are hospital indemnity plan, dental and vision insurance, disability income insurance, Section 125 cafeteria plan. So you know that's out, right? You know that's like a silly answer. The menu of coverages, so they're putting cafeteria plan. That's really cute. All right, good sense of humor there. I like it. Okay. I want to say dental and vision plan. Cash benefit. Okay. I'm going to go with dental and vision insurance. I don't know if it's right, but I'm going to pick it. All right, question 108. Which health insurance policy pays a benefit if the insured dies or is dismembered because of an accident? Here's your choices. Accidental death and dismemberment policy. Sounds pretty right. Disability income policy, medical expense policy, Medicare supplement policy. All right, which health insurance policy pays a benefit if the insured dies or is dismembered? All right, I'm going to go with accidental death and dismemberment policy. Right, it's got the same exact words in there. All right, 109. Which of the following is not a duty of the Maryland Insurance Commissioner? Here's your choices. Examining insurers, soliciting insurance contracts, enforcing insurance laws, licensing producers. I would say soliciting insurance contract is not a duty. Question 110. Which of the following sections of the tax code deals with the exchange of life insurance policy and annuities? Oh boy, I do not know, but we're going to guess. All right, here's your choices. Section 403B, Section 401K. That sounds like a retirement thing. Exchange of life insurance policies. Section 1035, Section 501C3. Some of these sound like retirement plans. Section 401K, Section 501C3. All right. I'm gonna go with the last one. I'm not positive on that one. No clue. All right. Okay, we're back with 111. All right. When may an organization hold itself out to the public as a health maintenance organization? Here's your choices. When it first advertises itself as an HMO, on a first date of operation as an HMO, not until it has been issued a valid certificate of authority, not until its leadership has passed a written qualifying examination. So I want to say issued a valid certificate of authority. Question 112. Which of the following is an HMO not required to report to the insurance commissioner? Not required. Here's your choices. Any change in the HMO name, application form that carriers use, a transfer of ownership within 10 days, a change in ownership interest totaling 5% in the past year. Not required to report. Okay. I want to say application forms that carriers will use. All right, question 113. Which of the following doubles or triples the benefits if the insured dies as a direct result of an accident? All right, here's your choices. Cost of living, COL riders, impairment riders, accidental death benefit riders, ADB. I'm going to guess it's that. Guaranteed insurability riders. It could also be that, right? But I'm going to go with accidental death because it says up here as an accident. All right, question 114. A disability buyout policy pays a benefit when the insured is... All right, here's your choices. Temporarily disabled, totally disabled, partially disabled, or seriously injured. A disability buyout policy pays a benefit when the insured is totally disabled. They're buying out, so I'm guessing that means totally disabled. I don't know. All right, question 115. Which product supplements Medicare by offering benefits delivered through a network of healthcare providers? Here's your choices. Which products supplement Medicare? Long-term care insurance, tax-qualified long-term care, Medicare Select Plan. That's probably my choice, right? Or Medicaid. So all my Medicare people out there, you probably know the answer to this, or you should. But I'm going to guess the Select Plan. I'm not sure if that's right, because I haven't taken this test yet, so we'll see. Or an insurer cancels a health policy but then receives the insured premium. The insurer does not reinstate the policy. There is no premium due. What must it do with the payment? All right, here's your choices. Apply it towards any additional charges for late payments. Return it. Apply it to the insured's other coverage. Deposit it in the bank until the insured demands its return. All right, insurer cancels a health policy but then receives the insurance premium. The insurer does not reinstate the policy. There's no premium due. What must they do with the payment? Probably return it. This is probably what they're going to do. They're probably going to put it in the bank, but you should return it. Eventually they're going to catch up with you, but and you can probably put it in the bank and get some interest, maybe, but they may ask for interest on it too. Who knows? All right, 117. Let's move on. Get through as many of these as we can in this video. Larry, Brian, Susan, Jennifer work for All Pro Insurance Company. Based on their job description, which one of them is not acting as a producer? Here's your choices. Jennifer advertises and solicits insurance policies. Larry, who receives insurance applications from the public. Brian, who is a vice president in the Human Resources Department and does not receive commissions. Susan, who collects insurance premiums. All right, my guess is the Human Resources Department, who does not receive commissions, is not acting as a producer. All right, 118. Bob bought a universal life insurance policy with the $100,000 stipulated amount, chooses option 2 death benefit. At his death 10 years later, the policy cash value is increased to $50,000. What will his beneficiary receive? $150, right? The choices are 100, 50,000, 150, or 200,000. Okay, I'm just guessing there, okay? All right, 119. Alex sold an insurance policy before his license lapsed, earned a commission on the sale. Which of the following statements is true regarding his commission if the policy is renewed? Here's your choices. He can receive a commission because his license was not revoked or suspended. He can receive a commission because he was licensed when the policy was sold. He cannot receive a commission because only one commission can be paid on a policy sale. He cannot receive a commission because he is no longer licensed. I think he can receive a commission because he was licensed when the policy was sold. But we'll find out if I'm wrong. All right, 120. How long is the standard incontestability period? 1 year from the application date, 5 years from the date of issue, 31 days from the date of issue, or 2 years from the date of issue. I don't know if it can go on a year. I want to say 31 days. It might be a year. I don't know, but all right. Let's go to question 121. An insured basic surgical expense policy fee schedule assigns, oh my gosh, look at all these big words in here. Arthroscopic surgery, a unit value of 60 to determine the maximum benefit payable. Conversion factor of 20 multiplied by the unit value. So 60 times 20. Is this 1,200? I don't know. 60 times 20, 1,200, yes. Okay, so that's my guess. All right, 122 for Social Security purposes. Brian is considered currently insured while Samantha is fully insured. Currently insured while Samantha is fully insured. Which of the following statements is correct? Here's your choices. Brian is eligible for more Social Security benefits than Samantha. Samantha is eligible for more Social Security benefits than Brian. Samantha's family will not be entitled to survivor benefits if she dies. Um, Samantha is fully insured. Brian's family will not be entitled to survivor benefits if he dies. Samantha's family will not be entitled if she dies. Okay, I want to say the first one, but this is very vague. Both of them are insured, but here it's saying currently insured. So, I mean, that's kind of lame question there. They may throw them in on the test too. They usually do throw them kind of crazy questions on there. All right, 123. A person covered by a medical expense insurance plan is commonly referred to. Here's your choices: patient, customer, client, insured or member, or risk. Are you patient? Are you risk? Are you insured or member? A person who is covered by a medical expense insurance plan. You are insured or a member, I'm guessing. All right, 124. When holding insurance premiums and other funds, agents must act in what role? A trustee relationship, a fiduciary capacity, a trustor capacity, and agency capacity. I want to say a fiduciary capacity. Taking care of people's money or their funds. All right, 125. The death benefit amount for a spouse covered under the family term rider is, here's your choices: the same for covered children, more than the policy owner, more than the covered children, or less than the covered children. So the death benefit amount for a spouse covered under a family term rider is, I would think it would be more than the children. More than the policy owner, no. Less than the children, more than the children. I would think the spouse would be more than the children. I'm going to go with that. I don't know if that's correct. What is the principal purpose of Medicaid? Here are your choices: to provide a low-cost alternative to private health insurance companies, to establish a state-run healthcare agency, to provide health-related services to people with low incomes, to provide healthcare and health-related services to uninsurable people. So that's my guess, is to provide to low-income people, Medicaid. Could also be the top one, too. All right, 127. Jan and David both work for Acme Motors and earn $50,000 taxable income a year. If Jan contributes to Acme's 401k and David does not, which of the following statements is true? David's taxable income will be higher. Yes, Jan's taxable income will be lower because she's putting a lot into her 401k. All right, the choices are: Jan's taxable income will increase above $50,000, which it doesn't even say anything about that in the question. David's taxable income will be lower than Jan's, which is not true. And their taxable income will not be the same. All right, 128. I got to remember to read these out in case anybody is using specialized equipment to understand what I'm saying. All right, to qualify for a benefit from any disability rider, the insured must be, here's your choices: cognitively disabled, partially disabled, totally disabled, temporarily disabled. To qualify for a benefit from a disability rider, I would say partially disabled. Okay. Temporarily disabled. I'm going to say partially. I'm thinking temporarily would also be right. Okay, 129. Which of the following provisions is not required in a group life insurance policy? Here's your questions. Your choices: change of occupation, grace period and contestability, misstatement of age. Which of the following provisions is not required? I would say change of occupation is not required. All right, our last question. When Gary bought an indexed annuity with $10,000 premium deposit, the S&P index was 1,000. At the end of the first year, this index was 1,100. Based on this information, what is the basis for amount of interest credited to his contract? Here's your choices: 20%, 5%, 10%, 15%. I'm going to pick 10%. Might even be 5%. All right, so that's the end of the questions. We will have another video explaining what we got right or wrong, or hold on a minute. Let me see what's going to happen here. Maybe I'll do it on this one. Okay, y'all, I just hit the button, and it said I passed. All right? So I sure as hell ain't taking this damn stuff again. But, and it's also not going to go through. Let me see if it does any questions here. No, it doesn't go through it doesn't look like it shows us what's right and what's wrong, unfortunately. So I don't know which of the questions I got right or wrong on this test. However, it does break it down by subject and tells me what I got right and wrong. And it looks like most of these I did pretty good. And you only need a C to pass the test. So I got it. Thank God. So that ends these questions. I cannot do another video explaining what's right and wrong. All I know is policy provisions, exclusions, and prohibitions is the one I got the worst on. I only got one right. Taxation, I only got one right, too. All right, so if you stayed for all these questions, I'm sorry I couldn't be more of help to you. You can go back and research them by watching the other videos where it does show you the right answer. And that would be my suggestion, because some of these are repeat questions from the actual videos, and they do show you the right answer. So again, I thank everybody that stayed with us. I might do one on, I might do another course on the car insurance. If you want to become a car and, what's the other one? Home and car insurance. If you want to sell that, I might do another series on that. So anyway, thank you everybody who stayed till the end. I appreciate it.